my 2023 Vancouver Pro prejudging review with high quality photos. What's up, desktopers? Xavier Wills here for Desktop Bodybuilding, and we are back for another video. And today I'm doing my prejudging review of the 2023 Vancouver Pro, where it came down to a top two between Stanimal, Stan Longeaux of the Bodybuilding University podcast on the left, and Hassan Mostafa, the perennial second place finisher this year, as he finished second at the Toronto Pro to Ian Valliere, and then just a couple of weeks ago finished second to Phil Clahar in a tiebreaker. So Hassan's been really battling to try to get that Mr Olympia Qualification in 2023. I believe this is his last show if he does not qualify, as he has stated himself. And we're going to go pose by pose in these photos and then highlight a few of the other competitors and how I think the whole entire lineup will play out. So let's get into it. So front double bicep, you've got Stanimal on the left, Hassan on the right. Now, Stanimal may have a slight advantage in these photos because he is the closer to the camera. But in the entire lineup photos, you guys will see that, and I've analyzed those as well prior to looking at these ones, so some of my opinion may be based off those other photos as well. But on the front double bicep, I actually have it very, very close, because when you take the midsection into account, the V taper of the physique there as well, Stanimal is definitely winning it. The arm size, Hassan definitely has it, but Stanimal's arms actually look a little bit fuller, I think just because he's more cut out at this contest. Stan is definitely in better condition. Maybe it doesn't show through in the photos because the lighting here is so good as well. So that may be doing Hassan a few favors, but Hassan looked like he's in potentially better shape as well. But that front double bicep, the lats pop out more on Stan. The legs look, at least somewhat comparable, and Stan's legs are harder. So on that front double bicep, I'd probably give it to Stan. It's a very, very close pose, but I'd probably say Stan. Now, the front lat spread, Hassan actually looks taller, I think, because of the angle of this photo. But in the entire lineup, you see Stan is a much bigger, and shoulder structure wise is much wider as well. You can see that in the other shot, probably more so than the front double bicep, to be honest with you guys. Now on the side chest, I think Hassan is probably too thick here. In the glutes and hams, you can see I think Stan is winning that because he's just more conditioned. He has them turned on, and upper body wise, I'd have Hassan. So I have Hassan in this pose, but it's not a complete blowout as I thought it might be because of the thickness of Hassan. On the back double bicep, now Stan definitely has the better structure and taper on this pose. Small waist, lats are coming out nicely. Yes, he doesn't have the shoulders and arms that Hassan has. These are just so insanely thick, but you look from the waist down, Stan has more developed glutes than Hassan. He has more grainy, cord hamstrings. They look absolutely crazy. So does Stan win the back double bicep? It depends on what the judges go for. I mean, from what we've seen with Ian Valliere beating Hassan, this might lead to Stan actually beating Hassan in this contest. And it was enough that they went down to a final two call out by the looks of it, at least by these photos. Now on the rear lat spread, Hassan, I think, is too big. Even though Stan wins it from the waist down, I think Hassan is just enormous. And also his waist looks small on the rear lat spread, so I'd give the rear lat spread to Hassan. Move on to the side tricep now. This isn't a traditional side tricep, so it is hard to judge. So I'd probably give it to Hassan on overall mass. He looks pretty conditioned in this pose as well, but Stan is cut from stone. So whatever he and Patrick Tour did definitely worked. Now on the ab and thigh, also another hard one to judge because Hassan's sort of hitting a front on side ab pose where he's got those, intercostals and serratus, well, not really so much the serratus, but more the intercostals, very, very conditioned there. I mean, his quads look striated, so I'd probably say Hassan, but it's hard to say without seeing them moving through the pose. And then on the most muscular, I say pretty much hands down Hassan on that one. So when you break it down pose for pose, it's actually pretty damn close. So I'm not sure. I mean, Stan's got those abs that really pop on stage, and in a lineup, I think it can look more impressive. Like when you see the front double here, yeah, you can see the leg discrepancy in terms of size for sure. So you notice that a little bit more in the lineup photos. But on the front lat spread, for example, like Stan just looks awesome, and he looks so cut out compared to Hassan, and Hassan is doing himself no favors leaning back on that pose as well. Now, do I think Stan will win this contest? After prejudging, I do have Hassan winning by the photos, and Stan did start to sweat a little bit at the end, but I think it's a lot closer than I initially thought, or at least by what I've seen like MD put up with. It says Hassan dominating Vancouver Pro on their thumbnail and things like that. So I don't know who's going to win this contest. I wouldn't be shocked if Stan won it. I do think Hassan will come out on top. I mean, it would be heartbreaking for Hassan to finish in second here once again, but you never know, and you don't know unless you're there in person. And for whatever reason, it's probably partly because of the shoulder structure of Hassan, maybe a few other things, maybe conditioning as well. He's been placing second when, by the photos, by the videos, it's looked like he could have potentially won those last two contests against Phil Clahar and Ian Valier. Now, on either side of these guys, you've got Prince Boabang on the left, who I previewed and I predicted him third place in this contest, so he could achieve third. But by, I suppose, the photos I've seen and the small bit of like iPhone video footage, I'd probably have Nate Spear in third, Prince Boabang in fourth. And outside of that, I pretty much got my predictions spot on, because then I have Aaron Gooley and Morgan McDonald. I believe I put Morgan McDonald in fifth and Aaron Gooley in sixth, and it looks like they will be fifth and sixth as well. So I may have nailed these predictions exactly if Prince Boabang can get up into third and Hassan wins this contest. But anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Who do you have winning this contest? Is it Hassan Mostafa? Is it Stanimal Stan de Longeaux? And what did you think of these other guys as well? So anyway, guys, I'll be back for the finals wrap-up of the 2023 Vancouver Pro. So make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell button. That way you'll be notified of every video that goes up for myself, Xavier Wills, at Desktop Bodybuilding, including all my coverage of the 2023 Vancouver Pro. Also, in my last video, I interviewed Justin Shire, and we talked openly and honestly about absolutely everything we could, and we packed it into about 41 to 42 minutes of interview, and I think you guys will really enjoy it. So I'll put the link to that in the description below, so make sure you check that out.
Progressing into these things, I just felt it was necessary to kind of express that to him, like, hey, I don't know how comfortable I am engaging in some of these ventures with you if there's some uncertainty on my end on the longevity of this relationship. And we had a discussion basically, and I explained to him that it just didn't quite feel right. And I think a lot of people say, hey, that's vague. We really want answers, and there were some things that I'm not going to go into detail on, but I will say that.
But anyway, guys, that's it for me. I'm Xavier Wills. This is Desktop Bodybuilding, and we are out.